Now, as a lot of you may know, there's been a lot going on over on Twitter lately, YouTube as well, but a lot more so on Twitter with the Actman and QuantumTV. Now, I know I'm probably a couple days late, whatever way you look at it, I'm probably a couple days late to this situation, but I did want to make a video on it regardless, frankly, because I know it's going to get views. And, you know, it's a topic that I've been wanting to cover, but I was just swamped with work this week and just didn't really have time, so. Anyways, we're doing it now. So, for those of you that are like me and were busy this week and didn't know what the hell was going on with this situation, essentially, QuantumTV made a video saying that Elden Ring was too difficult of a game, and he got flamed by a bunch of people in the community for that. And Actman, realistically, I was explaining this in a Discord call the other day with Sen, realistically, he probably just looked at that and was like, oh, this guy made a really stupid opinion, made a really stupid take on one of the most critically acclaimed video games of the year, which is gonna pull me in tons of views because it's already pulling in other people tons of views, so let me make a video on this. Harmless enough, right? Quantum ended up not taking very kindly to that. I haven't looked into Quantum's side of this too much, I will be honest in making this video, so I'm not gonna be saying, oh, Quantum's this evil, horrible menace to YouTube or anything like that. You guys can let me know what you think about him down below. I know that he had hand in doxing the Actman, so I don't know. I'm not gonna be taking the angle in this video of, oh, this guy's the worst person, because I don't know, okay? So, I did just want to go over the situation and Actman being demonetized, all of that stuff, because it sets a really freaky precedent on YouTube. I know it's already probably been beat to death, but the idea that literally anybody can just be demonetized in the snap of a fingers like that, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird. And one of the things that's most bizarre to me about the Actman getting removed from the YouTube partner program is that a lot of you know I recently got monetized, but what some of you may not know is that those two things are one and the same. You can't have one without the other. You have to be in the partner program to be monetized. It's basically how you get monetized. So me, just a random 1.1k channel that makes random garbage commentary content, I'm in the partner program, but a 1.5 million channel like Actman is no longer in the partner program and making money off this content. We'll go over why later in the video, but when you frame it like that, isn't it just a little weird, you know what I mean? Some random like me is in the partner program, but the Actman just got booted from it. Like, what? I don't know, dude. I feel like he may be a bit more deserving of it than me. Regardless, we did end up getting some more news on why the Actman was demonetized. For those of you that aren't over on Twitter, YouTube ended up going on to tweet out this. As discussed, your YPP suspension followed your now deleted tweet threatening to dox the families of YouTube employees and creators. We don't take these decisions lightly and want you to know we're taking concerns just as seriously. We'll keep working with you directly on this. So something funny to point out is that earlier on in this whole debacle, this whole drama, YouTube had said that they can't use deleted tweets as evidence against a creator for something, but now because it's not QuantumTV, it's Actman, now they are digging up deleted tweets and stuff like that and using it against him as evidence, which is a contradiction. I don't know how much more definitive of a contradiction that you could commit. I mean, that's just a small point. It's like a side point, but in and of itself, even though it's a side point, is still absolutely ridiculous. And we're just getting into this, boys. So aside from what I just mentioned before with YouTube contradicting themselves pretty majorly, we'll also go ahead and go over those deleted tweets that YouTube was talking about where Actman was supposedly threatening to dox YouTube families and employees or whatever the hell they said. Let's go ahead and take a look at those now and see how threatening and dangerous and how much of a menace this man really is. Context: this is the one and only reason they demonetized my channel. I'm excited to announce a new series of videos I'll be making on YouTube called Doxing Adventures with the Actman. In it, I'll be doxing and harassing the family members of YouTube employees and other content creators. It's sure to have lots of family fun, ha ha ha. With YouTube's new policy changes that allow doxing and invasion of privacy, I am fully allowed to make these videos. Please stay tuned for this new generation of advertiser-friendly content. So, like, obviously the most satire tweets in the world poking fun at YouTube for allowing the doxing of his family members and himself. Like, I don't know, this is really what YouTube employees, human beings, are looking at and being like, oh yes, this is a real big deal. And I hear people in the commentary community, Sleepy in particular, I heard Tom Dark recently, like quite recently actually, a few minutes ago on the RFC show that's on right now, he's saying that Actman acted aggressively, and I agree he acted aggressively, but I absolutely do not believe that these tweets were any reason to take action the way that they did against him. Like people are trying to justify it or something. Like, I don't know if Tom on RFC was trying to justify it while I was watching, but it really sounds like it. Like, there are some people in the community that are genuinely stretching and being like, I don't know, maybe if he didn't do that. And it's like, yeah, hindsight's 2020 for sure. Maybe, you know, not go so heavy-handed, but like, I really don't think that these tweets should have resulted in his demonetization at all. Anybody trying to make that point, because that's just retarded. More context. Feeling spontaneous, might use my YouTube channel to promote hate speech that advocates for violence against protected groups. Luckily, YouTube is the perfect place for someone like me. Feeling cute, might copyright strike some other YouTube channels for funsies. So like, obviously my man is just joking around. He's like, coping a little bit, seething a little bit for sure. There's nothing wrong with that, given the circumstances, you know what I mean? I don't know, dude. I guess maybe if I was a YouTube employee, I would see things differently, but I don't think that's true. Like, I'll give the benefit of the doubt that maybe I would, but I really don't think so. Like, this is harmless fucking tweets. I don't see any issue with any of it. But yeah, overall, that is the reason that he got demonetized. That's the reason that he got fucking bent right over and was completely violated by YouTube, essentially. Like, I feel like that's one of the most tame ways we could put it at this point, realistically speaking. I don't know, dude. I think I'm going to be posting 2 videos today, so I think I'm going to call it here. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. If you're new around here, consider subscribing and turning notifications on. Check out the comments and the description for my Twitter down below. All my other socials that I didn't mention will be down there as well. Consider becoming a channel member today. With all that out of the way, I'm out of here. Peace.
Teach me about fucking style.